A food handler receives a delivery of raw shell eggs at 48 degrees Fahrenheit. What should they do? A. Accept the delivery. B. Store immediately in the fridge. C. Reject the delivery. D. Wash and cool them. Answer: C. Shell eggs must arrive at 45 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Higher temperatures allow rapid bacterial growth, so the shipment is unsafe and must be rejected. A ready-to-eat salad is prepared at 10 a.m. using cooked chicken cooled the night before. What is the maximum time the salad can be served at room temperature? A. 2 hours. B. 4 hours. C. 6 hours. D. 8 hours. Answer: B. Nevada follows the 4-hour rule for time as a public health control. After 4 hours, the food must be discarded. Which action requires a food handler to stop working immediately? A. Minor headache. B. Brief coughing. C. Sore throat with fever. D. Feeling tired. Answer: C. A sore throat with fever indicates a potential active infection, which can contaminate food, especially in ready-to-eat environments. A food handler switches from prepping raw shrimp to slicing bread. What is required before continuing? A. Change gloves only. B. Wash hands, then change gloves. C. Rinse gloves with water. D. Wipe gloves with sanitizer. Answer: B. Hands may become contaminated under gloves. Proper procedure is remove gloves, wash hands, put on clean gloves. What is the main food safety risk when cooling large batches of chili in deep containers? A. Drying the surface. B. Too much flavor loss. C. Slow cooling in the danger zone. D. Formation of steam pockets. Answer: C. Deep containers trap heat, keeping food 41 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit too long. This allows bacteria like Clostridium perfringens to multiply rapidly. A food establishment uses chlorine sanitizer in the dish area. What concentration is required for effectiveness? A. 25 to 50 ppm. B. 50 to 100 ppm. C. 100 to 150 ppm. D. 150 to 300 ppm. Answer: B. Chlorine must be mixed to 50 to 100 ppm to kill pathogens without contaminating food contact surfaces. Why must cut melons be stored at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or below? A. They rot quickly at room temperature. B. They lose sweetness above 41 degrees Fahrenheit. C. They are considered TCS foods once cut. D. They become bitter if warm. Answer: C. Cutting melons releases moisture and sugars that support bacterial growth, making them time/temperature control for safety, TCS, foods. A food handler notices cloudy ice in the ice machine. What is the first correct action? A. Scoop out the cloudy ice. B. Drain the entire machine. C. Stop using ice and inspect the machine. D. Add fresh water. Answer: C. Cloudy ice suggests contamination. The ice machine must be taken out of service, inspected, cleaned, and sanitized. Which item requires a consumer advisory if served undercooked? A. Over-easy eggs. B. French fries. C. Steamed broccoli. D. Baked potatoes. Answer: A. Undercooked or raw animal foods like eggs require written advisories to warn customers of foodborne illness risks. Food stored in a refrigerator is arranged incorrectly. Which item must be moved to the lowest shelf? A. Raw fish. B. Raw whole cuts of beef. C. Raw ground turkey. D. Ready-to-eat cheese. Answer: C. Raw ground poultry has the highest cooking temperature requirement, 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and must be stored lowest to prevent drip contamination. A food handler cleans a slicing machine but forgets to sanitize it. What hazard remains? A. Physical. B. Biological. C. Allergen. D. Environmental. Answer: B. Cleaning removes debris, sanitizing removes microorganisms. Skipping sanitizing leaves bacterial contamination behind. Which practice best prevents norovirus transmission in a food establishment? A. Wearing thick gloves. B. Using higher cooking temperatures. C. Strict hand washing after restroom use. D. Rinsing foods before serving. Answer: C. Norovirus spreads primarily through fecal-oral contamination, making hand washing the top preventive method. A cutting board develops deep grooves. Why is it unsafe? A. It becomes slippery. B. Grooves trap moisture. C. Bacteria hide in scratches and survive cleaning. D. Food sticks to it. Answer: C. Deep cuts allow bacteria to remain even after cleaning, making the board unsafe for continued use. A food handler places hot soup directly into a cooler. Why is this unsafe? A. It cracks the container. B. It causes condensation. C. It warms nearby foods. D. It slows cooling dramatically. Answer: D. Hot food raises cooler temperature, preventing rapid cooling and keeping food in the danger zone too long. Which is an example of cross-contact? A. Raw meat dripping on produce. B. Sanitizer added to food. C. Peanut residue transferred to a salad. D. Dirt falling into flour. Answer: C. Cross-contact involves transferring allergens, not bacteria or chemicals. The maximum time hot food can be held without temperature control is: A. 1 hour. B. 2 hours. C. 3 hours. D. 4 hours. Answer: D. Nevada allows 4 hours when using time as a public health control. When reheating food for hot holding, the required minimum temperature is: A. 135 degrees Fahrenheit. B. 145 degrees Fahrenheit. C. 155 degrees Fahrenheit. D. 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: D. Reheated foods must reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours to destroy surviving pathogens. Why must chemicals be stored separately from food? A. They spoil food quickly. B. They reduce food flavor. C. They pose poisoning risks if leaked. D. They take up space. Answer: C. Improper chemical storage can cause accidental contamination and toxic exposure. A food handler washes hands but turns off the faucet with freshly washed hands. What is the issue? A. Wastes water. B. Hands may be recontaminated. C. Soap residue stays. D. Gloves won't fit. Answer: B. Hands must be dried and use a paper towel to shut off faucets to avoid touching dirty handles. What makes outdoor garbage bins a food safety risk? A. They smell bad. B. They attract pests. C. They fill quickly. D. They cause clutter. Answer: B. Pests can carry pathogens into the facility, creating contamination risks. Why must wiping cloths be stored in sanitizer solution between uses? A. Keeps them soft. B. Keeps them warm. C. Prevents bacterial growth. D. Reduces odor. Answer: C. Damp cloths grow bacteria unless kept in approved sanitizer. Which food requires the highest minimum internal temperature? A. Whole fish. B. Pork chops. C. Ground beef. D. Mixed seafood casserole. Answer: D. Mixed dishes require 165 degrees Fahrenheit since multiple ingredient types increase contamination risk. A food handler accidentally touches the inside of a clean cup. What should they do? A. Blow air in it. B. Wipe it with a towel. C. Rewash and sanitize it. D. Use it immediately. Answer: C. Interior surfaces must remain sanitized. Touching them causes contamination. Why is storing raw onions above uncovered sauces unsafe? A. Dirt may fall into sauces. B. Onions absorb moisture. C. Onion smell spreads. D. Onions spoil quickly. Answer: A. Unwashed produce may shed dirt or microbes into exposed foods. What is the main reason to keep food labels and dates accurate? A. Helps decoration. B. Ensures portion size. C. Tracks freshness and safety. D. Helps marketing. Answer: C. Labels prevent use of expired or unsafe items. Which situation requires food to be discarded immediately? A. Left at 70 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 hours. B. Dropped food picked up quickly. C. Unlabeled prepared food older than 24 hours. D. Cooked food held at 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer: B. Once food hits the floor, contamination makes it unusable. A cracked food container is unsafe because A. It looks unprofessional. B. It can leak chemicals. C. Bacteria collect in damaged areas. D. It cools food unevenly. Answer: C. Cracks harbor bacteria and prevent effective cleaning. Using bare hands on ready-to-eat food is allowed only when A. Gloves are unavailable. B. Hands are recently washed. C. A written procedure is approved by the health department. D. The food is dry. Answer: C. Nevada requires approved written policies for bare hand contact. Why must food contact surfaces be air-dried after sanitizing? A. Avoids recontamination from towels. B. Prevents rust. C. Speeds workflow. D. Makes surfaces shiny. Answer: A. Towels may transfer microbes, air drying is safest. Which food is most likely to cause a severe allergic reaction? A. Tomatoes. B. Flour. C. Shrimp. D. Rice. Answer: C. Shellfish is among the top severe allergens. A cook removes a thermometer from a roast and places it back in the holder without cleaning. What hazard occurs? A. Biological. B. Physical. C. Chemical. D. Temperature. Answer: A. A dirty probe transfers bacteria to the holder and future foods. Why must sick employees with diarrhea be excluded entirely from the facility? A. They work slower. B. They spread airborne spores. C. They may transmit pathogens by direct contact. D. They harm customer trust. Answer: C. Diarrheal illnesses often shed high levels of pathogens. Food packages swollen with gas usually indicate A. Bacterial growth producing gases. B. Old packaging. C. Cross contact. D. Freezer burn. Answer A. Gas-producing bacteria indicates spoilage and danger. A food handler uses 1 scoop for both ice and raw shrimp. What hazard is created? A. Chemical. B. Physical. C. Biological. D. Temperature. Answer C. Raw seafood contaminates ice with pathogens. Why must TCS food cool from 135 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit within 2 hours? A. Stops rapid bacterial growth. B. Prevents freezer burn. C. Maintains flavor. D. Improves texture. Answer A. Cooling quickly passes through the most dangerous growth range. After washing hands, when should a food handler apply hand sanitizer? A. Instead of washing. B. Only if hands feel dry. C. After hand washing to add extra protection. D. Before washing. Answer C. Sanitizer helps but cannot replace hand washing. Why must produce be washed before cutting? A. Makes cutting easier. B. Removes surface microbes that could enter the flesh. C. Prevents browning. D. Softens skin. Answer B. Cutting pushes surface contaminants into edible portions. A food handler mixes chemicals near uncovered food. What risk is created? A. Allergen contamination. B. Physical contamination. C. Chemical contamination. D. Poor storage. Answer C. Airborne or spilled chemicals can poison food. Which is the safest method to cool hot soup? A. Using an ice bath and stirring. B. Placing it in deep containers. C. Leaving it at room temperature. D. Putting it in a warm oven. Answer A. Ice baths remove heat quickly and evenly. When must a thermometer be calibrated? A. Once a year. B. Only when new. C. After being dropped. D. When temperature seems accurate. Answer C. Dropping can affect accuracy, requiring recalibration. Why should raw flour be treated as a TCS risk? A. It may contain live pathogens. B. It absorbs moisture quickly. C. It has no nutrients. D. It becomes sticky. Answer A. Raw flour can contain harmful bacteria like E. coli. Glass cleaner stored near bread is dangerous because A. Bread dries out. B. Glass cleaner attracts pests. C. Chemicals may leak into food. D. Bread loses flavor. Answer C. Chemical vapors or leaks contaminate food. A server notices a customer shows signs of a severe allergic reaction. What is the first action? A. Call emergency services. B. Ask the customer to step outside. C. Give the customer water. D. Bring dessert to calm them. Answer A. Anaphylaxis is life-threatening and requires immediate help. Why is sanitizing food thermometers required between uses? A. Prevents flavor mixing. B. Removes leftover grease. C. Prevents transferring bacteria between foods. D. Helps accuracy. Answer C. Thermometers can spread contamination if not sanitized. Which situation requires food to be thrown out? A. Kept at 41 degrees Fahrenheit. B. Left on prep table overnight. C. Wrapped tightly in the fridge. D. Cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer, B. Overnight room temperature exposure makes food unsafe. Why must employee drink cups have lids and straws? A. To prevent spills on uniforms. B. To look professional. C. To prevent saliva contamination in work areas. D. To save drink temperature. Answer, C. Open containers risk contaminating food contact surfaces. Which item must be sanitized before use? A. Customer's personal cup. B. Food contact surfaces. C. Walls. D. Cash register. Answer, B. Anything touching food must be fully sanitized. A food handler smells a strong chemical odor inside a fridge. What must they do first? A. Ignore it and continue. B. Wash the shelves. C. Remove all food immediately. D. Check the condenser. Answer, C. Chemical contamination makes food unsafe and must be removed. Raw fish is delivered with a strong ammonia smell. What is the correct action? A. Rinse and use. B. Freeze it. C. Reject the shipment. D. Cook to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Answer, C. Ammonia smell indicates spoilage and bacterial growth. Why must food handlers avoid wearing jewelry? A. It looks unprofessional. B. It can fall into food and spread germs. C. It gets hot during cooking. D. It is heavy. Answer, B. Jewelry traps bacteria and can become a physical or biological contaminant.